Hello everyone, welcome to Facts About Gaming, the most truthful source on any video game information. Today I'm going to be reviewing the most overrated garbage game of the last decade, Dark Souls. Now, every game in this series sucks, but this one you'll notice a couple straight downgrades from the previous game Demon's Souls right away. First of all, when you have to choose the gender of your character, instead of having it be a slider like Demon's Souls, where they recognize that gender is a spectrum, you're only forced into the binary of either picking man or woman, perpetuating the myth that there are only two genders. You also can't see the Firekeeper's feet as she's locked in this cage underneath Firelink's shrine, which is just stupid. I remember back in Demon's Souls, the lady in black, you could at least see her feet. This game is known for being hard, but honestly, this isn't a good thing. The game is way too hard. I was unable to beat it without using cheats because it's just so goddamn cheap. There's also no story to the game. Now, they kinda halfway try to tell a story by using item descriptions, but even then, there's a lot of plot holes, and it's just overall the laziest way to tell any story. It's like they're not even trying. It's just some straight up 70 IQ, like, okay, we're gonna put this vague stuff in this item description, and we're gonna trick the player into making up their own story to hide that we didn't actually think this through. And the bosses in this game are actually really uninspired, very cheap and gimmicky, no skill involved, and they're just boring. There was one moment, there's this one boss called Great Grey Wolf Sif. That was at least entertaining because it was kind of funny killing this thing, because it starts limping around going, arf, arf, and you just fucking slaughter it. That was at least a little bit of comic relief. Overall, there's one boss that was actually good and well designed, and that's the Bed of Chaos in Lost Izalith. That's the only really good boss in the game. It's the only one that takes both brains and skill to overcome. But then there's just absolute garbage tier ones. Like there's this boss, Ornstein and Smaug. And, like, it's just a cheap 2v1. All they do is fucking cheat. And, if you get one of them, like, half dead and you kill the other, the one who's alive just goes back to full health. It's just absolute cheating. I don't know why they make cheating into a boss mechanic. The combat is actually, even though it gets praised, it's the same old shit that was invented by, like, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time back in 1990 something. It's just, there's nothing great about it. It's extremely rudimentary. If you're like a warrior, you're not a spellcaster, you only have 2 attacks. There's no variation to everything. There's auto aim. It's just, where's the skill in this? Now, the controls make it even worse because they do this weird thing where pressing square makes you heal instead of attack, and then your attack buttons are the 2 right shoulder buttons, and that it's just dumb. The right shoulder buttons are not attack buttons. Where did you get this from? It's so bad, it's so broken. The mechanics of the game itself are extremely bad too. They've got terrible ideas in there, like Curse, which takes away half your health permanently. They've got Poise, which is absolute garbage. It's not really explained that well, but Poise basically, you can get interrupted in mid-attack unless you have a certain amount of armor on. Thankfully, they fixed Poise in the 2 games that came after that. That's one thing that they did do right, is they basically got rid of Poise. You also, when you want to heal, it looks like you drink pee. Like, I'm not even kidding, dude. Like, you drink this flask full of, like, this orangish yellow liquid. Like, it's really unhealthy looking pee. And this is what you drink to heal. It's the dumbest shit ever, and I swear they're playing a prank on us. The game also explains almost nothing. It drops you in with no explanation of where to go, and you end up fighting your way through a graveyard full of nearly invincible skeletons at the beginning, only to find out that that's not even the way you're supposed to go and you have to go some other way. It's absolute garbage tier game design. There's nothing guiding you the right way, except, oh, ring two bells. One's up above and one's down below, and there's like 3 areas down below. I mean, it's so dumb. The up above one, there's, to their credit, I think there is only one up above area, but it's over this hill where you can't really see there's a path there. So, I mean, bad level design too. It's overall the worst world design I've ever seen. It's just vague fucking nonsense. Makes no sense, and they try to tie it all together and think they're being real clever doing that, but it's just no, like none of it makes sense, and you spend more time falling off of ledges than you do actually fighting. Now there's multiplayer, but there's no voice chat. So you can't really communicate with people other than these stupid little gestures, you can like flip them off or whatever. But why would you put in PvP but not let me yell slurs at people when they kill me? Like, if I can't tell you that you're a retarded failed abortion when I'm playing against you, why even bother having PvP? It's just, are we creating a safe space for people who can't handle trash talk? Is that what we're doing here? Because I don't want any of that. These people who can't handle trash talk shouldn't be playing online. Now, also, the characters in this game, they talk like basically retarded pedophiles, and they look really gay. Like, even your main character, unless you're constantly burning humanity, your character looks like a fucking spastic, and it's just terrible. The soundtrack also sucks. There's usually not even music, and when there is, it's extremely bad. Just cheesy, over-the-top, orchestral, try-hard bullshit. It's so bad. So bad. And the game is also transphobic, because there's this one boss, Gwendolyn, who was born a boy, but was raised as a girl, and they make this character evil. They make her into a lying manipulator who you eventually have to kill. And this is just promoting hate crimes against trans people and furthering the narrative that trans people are out there to trick you and to deceive you. And the game also, I notice, I don't want to call racism right away, but there are absolutely no black people in this game, which is a little bit fucking funny, don't you think? The armor is also very gay looking. And when I say that, I mean, it's like the homoerotic fantasy barbarian kind of look, like you would expect on a cheesy old Manowar album cover. The Hollow Warrior set is the worst offender. The Gargoyle helmet is pretty terrible too. If you combine the two, you just get this super cheesy, just dumb look, 70 IQ peasantry. And basically the game, you can't even finish it without cheating, so don't even try, because all of the enemies are basically cheating. Like, they will kill you in a couple hits, they'll stun lock you, knock you off ledges. The whole game cheats, so you should cheat too if you're gonna play it. Overall, I give this game maybe like a 2 out of 10. It's playable, but just barely. It's very ugly, it's very clunky. The movement isn't fluid, you can barely do anything. I wouldn't recommend this. Don't buy into the hype. Don't let all the fanboys, all the little simps for this game tell you that it's so great and convince you to waste your money on it, because it's really not. And another bad thing is they actually ported this game to not only Xbox but PC, which is bad because especially the PC players and Microsoft fanboys in general, think they're entitled to everything. They think everything should be on their platform when, why should it be? all you're trying to do is weasel out of buying the PlayStation. It's not okay. Like, Bloodborne at least did things right and was exclusive. Same with Demon's Souls, but why are we giving these PC fanboys an easy cop-out, an easy way to weasel out of buying a PlayStation and still play the game? They're not entitled to it. Why do they deserve to play the game when they refuse to buy the platform that it's for? Anyway, this has been Facts About Gaming, the most informative, the most true, the most high IQ takes in all of gaming reviews. If you disagree with me, fuck you. If you're smart and you agree with me, click thumbs up and type some slurs in the comments. I will see you guys later.